Hello, and congratulations on deciding to dedicate 10 minutes of your time to listen to all the information you will find in this video until the end. Today you will have the opportunity to discover a new business that is allowing thousands of people to significantly improve the quality of their lives. But before understanding exactly what it is about and whether what you will hear also applies to your case, it is good to start with an analysis of your current work situation, and more generally, with an analysis of how a person can earn income today. In general terms, we could divide the labor market into four quadrants. In the upper left, we have employees. In the lower left, freelancers. In the upper right, business owners. And in the lower right, investors. Employees are those who work for the activity of another person and basically exchange their time for money. They work 40 hours a week for 40 years of their lives, and not often but not always they do not particularly love their job. They are people who seek the security of a fixed position. Although nowadays there is really very little of that, most employees have an average salary of around 1,200 euros, with which it is a bit difficult to calmly make ends meet. The only way they have to earn more and do more is with some extra hours of work, but since our time is limited, they hardly manage to significantly change their financial situation. Then we have freelancers. These are people who decide not to work for others, but to work for themselves, starting their own business. From a financial point of view, they potentially have higher income, but at the cost of a great sacrifice, their own time. A freelancer hardly has the possibility to step away for weeks or even months from their activity. When they are there, things work, but when they are not, surely everything works a little less or much less. So as not to think later about all the thoughts related to taxes, possible employees, and much more. Here, think that 95% of people are in one of these two categories, while only 5% of the world's population is in the right quadrants, that is, in the quadrants of financially free people. But let's try to learn a little more in detail about this 5%. On one hand, we have the owners of large companies, that is, people who have built over time a system that works for them, allowing them to have a lot of money, but above all, a lot of time to enjoy their money. On the other hand, we have investors, that is, those people who have decided to do something more, intelligently using their money to generate more money. At this point, spontaneous questions arise. At this moment in your life, which of the four quadrants are you in? And above all, which quadrant would you like to be in? Because the good news is that in this video, you will discover a way to move from the left quadrants to the right quadrants without having to invest hundreds of thousands of euros, as is usually the case with large business owners, and without having to become an expert in investments and financial matters, as is usually the case with investors. And what could all this mean for you? It would mean having more time for your hobbies or for your family, more money for your needs and for your passions. It could perhaps mean more freedom to travel or to start living an exciting lifestyle. Perhaps it simply means reopening the drawer of your dreams. If you agree with this premise, then you are certainly in the right place. Because today you will discover how you can start, alongside what you already do, a new business by taking advantage of two multi-billion-dollar markets. On one hand, the market that has grown the most in recent years, that is, we are talking about Bitcoin and blockchain technology. On the other hand, network marketing, the only business model that has existed for almost 100 years and that has always allowed anyone to access an activity with unlimited earning potential without taking on the traditional business risk. All of this, combined with the fact that you can work wherever and whenever you want, simply by having an internet connection, is definitely a business in line with modern times and needs. But let's take a moment to delve deeper into the opportunities related to the world of Bitcoin and blockchain. With the great value growth it has recorded in the last 15 years, going from zero to over 50,000 euros in value, Bitcoin is undoubtedly the most profitable asset in history. Thanks to its limited supply, growing demand, institutions that have already entered this world, its increasingly simple usability, and greater regulation, Bitcoin is increasingly considered a safe haven with a still very high potential for value growth. According to experts, in the coming years, it could exceed 100,000 euros in value, and some even hypothesize that it will be more for each individual Bitcoin. Therefore, today more than ever, it is important to understand how to take the first steps in this world. If Bitcoin has marked the beginning of a new digital revolution, which will have infinite developments in the coming years, it is, on the other hand, the technology behind Bitcoin itself, namely blockchain. Its possible applications are the most diverse, ranging from finance to the buying and selling of all kinds. from charity to public administration, from payments to health. And each project brings with it new tokens of limited potential. If there is one certainty at this moment, it is that just as the largest companies in the world today are those that have made technological inventions initially reserved for a few accessible to the masses, the leading companies of tomorrow will be those that make blockchain a mass technology. And it is precisely in this direction that Swag is born, the company with which you too will be able to build your future. With a share capital of 90 million euros, more than 80 employees, 2 offices in Europe, and licenses from the OAM and the Bank of Spain, Swag is the only company in the world that has been able to democratize blockchain technology through its ecosystem since 2019. It all starts with Swag, the app that allows you to buy, sell, send, and receive Bitcoin and other tokens and cryptocurrencies with total security, also thanks to the exclusive coin cover insurance, which protects your Bitcoin balance from any eventuality. Then we move on to mining, where thanks to our more than $14,000 miners, we start accumulating Bitcoin and other tokens with extreme simplicity. And it doesn't end here, because thanks to the business division, companies can also become key players in this market by starting to accept payments in Bitcoin. Through Swag Post, also allowing payments of various bills and taxes in cryptocurrencies with the PagoPay service. At the center of the entire ecosystem are our 2 tokens, SWA and HLT, which allow access to numerous mass services. Owning SWA allows you to get discounts on Swag, and Swag services and access SWA World, the e-commerce with thousands of products from famous brands to spend your tokens. And always, SOBBA allows you to participate in a collective cause, where you could receive a refund of up to 360,000 euros for having lived in a city with polluted air, which could have compromised your health. And speaking of health, we present to you the second major project of Swag and the HLT token. We are talking about the only token in the world that motivates users to maintain a healthy lifestyle, thus bringing to life the first blockchain based on Provo Health. In very simple words, thanks to Swag and its exclusive ring, you can monitor a whole series of parameters through static and dynamic analyses, data that, through a specific application, will be stored and certified on the blockchain and processed by artificial intelligence. Improving a whole series of personal habits that you can always monitor from your application, you will receive rewards for your progress. HLT. The project, of course, is much broader, and the person who invited you to watch this video will undoubtedly give you more information. But now let's move on to our flagship product that we have been offering for 5 years. We are talking about the possibility of starting to mine Bitcoin alongside us. The philosophy of our rental solutions is very simple. Choose your initial budget, rent one or more of our miners, and in a single solution, start receiving Bitcoin, CEWA, and HLT every month for 12 months. Also in this case, the suggestion is to reach out to your referring business partner to simulate together the potential of this service already chosen by more than 60. Now that you have had the opportunity to learn about our ecosystem, a double opportunity opens up for you. You can simply decide to be a Swag customer, using one or more of our services for yourself. Or you can decide to start your new business in a highly rewarding sector full of opportunities, becoming our business partner as more than 20,000 people have already done. If you are wondering what network marketing activity consists of, the answer is very simple. We could compare it to something you have always done, but for free, that is, word of mouth. Think about the last time you recommended a book, a movie, a restaurant, or any good or service to someone. When we know something that brings us a benefit and makes us feel good, we naturally tend to talk about it with others. Swag rewards you exactly for this, that is, for recommending other people to our ecosystem made up of truly unique services that everyone wants. The nice thing about network marketing, moreover, is that you can build a system that will work for you over time without having to make large investments to start, thus entering the right quadrants we talked about earlier. Starting the activity is really simple. You just need to choose one of the starter kits that the company makes available, which your referring business partner will explain in detail, to access a career plan and a merit-based compensation plan. Thousands of people are already taking advantage of this great opportunity. Some seek to have an extra income of a few €100. Others try to double or triple their salary, and some, why not, want to build something that can completely change their lifestyle. As you can see in the results of some of our business partners, you will have all the tools you need at your disposal, the virtual office to monitor the progress of your activity, videos to share, weekly training, online webinars, live events, and much more. Initially, you will need between 5 and 10 hours a week to start your new business part-time. But above all, what you will really need is your motivation. Think about it, just for a moment, how your life would change with more money and more available time. If the answer is more money and more time, it would undoubtedly improve my current situation. You just have to contact your referring business partner and sign up immediately in the Swag community.